And speaking of serious problems in the land of the Blue Party, a 25-year-old Georgia man could now face execution after being charged with a horrific crime on an Atlanta train. That suspect allegedly slashed the throat of a beloved great-grandmother, and then he stabbed her up to 20 more times in a completely unprovoked slaughter that was caught on tape, just like Irina Zarutska's was. Now prosecutors have announced that John Elijah Matthews, a 25-year-old vagrant, is facing heavy-duty federal charges that could put him on federal death row for this gruesome execution of 66-year-old Margaret Swan, which took place in broad daylight. This bloodbath that butchered a grandmother all unfolded on May 30th, right before noon, on a northbound MARTA train. Surveillance footage captured the entire chilling scene as the horror unfolded. According to the Fulton County arrest warrant affidavit, Ms. Swan, who was described by authorities as a phenomenal mom and the rock of her family, boarded train car 134 and set alone. Minutes later, Matthews stepped into the train car wearing glasses, an orange t-shirt, and black slides. He didn't say a word. It has since been confirmed that he did not know her and she did not know him. But the video shows Matthews stalking this innocent senior standing just inches away from her. He then reached into his pocket, pulled out a folding knife, and flicked it open. 6 seconds later, horror unfolded as blood was spilled for absolutely no reason. According to the chilling arrest affidavit, Matthews suddenly grabbed Miss Swan by the head and cut her throat with his right hand. The terrified great-grandmother screamed, desperately trying to fight her way out of the seat and get away from him. But this brutal attacker held her down by the arm while he rained down 18 to 20 savage stab wounds into her chest and neck as she frantically tried to defend herself. Other passengers fled the car in panic, as the affidavit describes Matthews throwing Miss Swan's mangled body to the dirty floor of the train. He then stood over her bleeding body for nearly 2 full minutes while the train finally screeched into the Oakland City station. There, Matthews allegedly stepped off of the train with the bloody knife still in his hand. Sound familiar? But his escape was short-lived, thanks to a transit cop who had been alerted by the terrified, screaming commuters pointing at Matthews, and that heroic cop cornered the killer on the platform. After a brief standoff, cops detained Matthews and placed him in cuffs. Emergency workers rushed in to try and save Miss Swan, but she was pronounced dead at the scene. Now the feds have stepped in. U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg slammed this killing as the unprovoked attack of senseless violence that it was. And the acting Attorney General Todd Blanche will now personally decide if the government will seek the death penalty here. And the answer better be yes, sir. First Irina Zarutska and now a grandma. This is not compassion, and it has to stop. Innocent people are dying. Enough. Meanwhile, Miss Swan's devastated family is understandably furious as they tore into the weak, pathetic coward who stole their matriarch's life, ripping her from her family's loving embrace. And they are also demanding to know why transit cops are not doing more to protect women on the increasingly dangerous, crime-ridden train systems. That would be the result of your local politicians. That's the answer. This incident was the second homicide in the last 2 months near that Oakland City station. Miss Swan's heartbroken daughter, Shanae Sams, said, "You took away our rock. You took away a gem." Her other daughter, Tiara, said, "She was a phenomenal mom. Just for him to do that, it's unforgivable. I don't forgive him. I will never forgive him, ever." I can't blame you for that, or judge you the least little bit. I cannot say with all honesty and certainty that I would be able to forgive if I was in your shoes. So you have only my heartfelt sympathy and my prayers, which is all I can offer you.